Bathurst 1000. Let's have a look at the highlights. Shane Van Gisbergen on pole position. Jamie Whincup starting way back, 23rd. It wasn't a jump start. It did look like it for a moment, but he really did start to move on through. Reckon he wasn't trying? Have a look at that slide on the approach to the Dipper as Red Bull Racing watched on. Stephen Richards, a little bit of a pit stop delay in Craig Lowndes' car. Luke Yilden brought out the first safety car because he ran off at the chase. Then this, Cam Waters and Taz Douglas, the Nissan in the tyre wall up at turn 2. Pit stop sacking for Ford Performance Racing. Paul Morris rejoined. He too was in the wall at turn 2. Dale Wood caught the train, but he also smashed into his teammate, Andrew Jones, and wiped himself out of the motor race after a strong qualifying job. Team BOC got back to the pits. They repaired the car and finished 14th. Turn 2 was becoming a factor. Douglas in the fence again. Scott Pye followed him in not long afterwards. The track was breaking up. That meant that the race was red flagged. It was stopped after 61 of 161 laps while the track was repaired. David Russell restarted in the lead in the Jack Daniels Nissan. Whincup off the road at the chase. Contact rejoining with Todd Kelly sent him around, and it also earned him a pit lane penalty for dangerous re-entry to the circuit. He served it, he rejoined, Paul Dumbrell watched on. Stephen Johnson, transaxle problem in car 17, pitched him off the road. Teammate Scott Pye on a wild ride when the suspension let go in car number 16. Tim Slade tasted the concrete. Tough weekend for the Super Cheap Auto team. He too was out of the race. Scott McLaughlin, the Volvo, had led in the early stages. They were a factor. Flat tyre for Tim Blanchard in Russell Ingall's car. The Enforcer could only look on and wonder of what may have been. Robert Dahlgren on debut, the Swede in the Volvo, headbutted the concrete. He was out. Scott McLaughlin waited to take over the sister car from Alex Premer. David Reynolds second behind the safety car. The alternator packed up on the Bottle Ford. Dean Canto gutted. They were out of the race. Van Gisbergen made a move on McLaughlin. In the grey, tapped the fence. The Volvo was done too. He made it back to the pits. They repaired it. He finished 17th. Another heartbreaking story at the mountain in Volvo's return. Russell Ingall out of control at turn 2. Nasty incident. Lee Holdsworth up and over. The Erebus Mercedes with a gentle roll. Holdsworth okay. He emerged. The car on its roof. Critical time. Paul Dumbrell bailing out of car 1. Spent. Physically spent. Gave everything. Gave them a fighting chance. Jamie Whincup took over for the run home. Then this, Tim Blanchard caused the 10th and final safety car period. That gave the opportunity for the leaders to come on in and top up on fuel for the all-important run to the flag. Shane Van Gisbergen was in a beautiful position, and then this. The car would not restart. One of the race favourites, the poleman, gutted. They did get going again. They finished 16th, but it didn't matter. Whincup ran off the road while catching the safety car. That handballed the lead to Mark Winterbottom. But the former Bathurst winner muscled his way back past as Winterbottom tried to go back-to-back. Then wide at turn 1, Craig Lowndes trying to take advantage, nerfed the number 5 Ford around. That earned Lowndes a pit lane penalty as things went crazy in all the garages up and down the lane. Pit lane penalty for Lowndes. He finished in position number 10. It wasn't over. Running low on fuel. Whincup on the final lap. Could not hang on vapour. David Couchy watching. Paul Dumbrell watching it slip away. Chaz Mostert muscling to the lead. Car number 6 started last from 25th on the grid. It had not led a lap all day. It led the most important one. Lap 161. Chaz Mostert and Paul Morris win the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. James Moffat and Taz Douglas finishing second for Nissan. Nick Percat and Oliver Gavin third, but it was all about Ford. Pepsi Max crew back to back in the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. And